So, just want to do a little bit of your strumming first, and I'm going to play the guitar so you can kind of hear how that should sound with another instrument. So, just your open and then 5 fret, open and then 7 fret.
Okay.
And I'll play the chords along with you. So, are you ready?
Now refresh me.
Just the strum. Just the strum.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you ready? 1, 2, and start with the open.
Open.
Open. Stay open. Now 7. 5. Open. 5. Hear how the two are kind of, go ahead and play your 5. Something doesn't sound quite right. Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're not exactly right on the bar,
okay.
On the fret. So when I hit the chord, kind of slide it up or down, whichever way sounds right until the two are, there you go. See how nice that sounds? So before you were just a little bit behind it, enough to make it sound off. It was a little bit flat. Now go up to 7.
Go to 7. Okay.
See, can you hear how it's off? So come up just a hair, up this way. Too far.
Too far now? Okay.
Go back down a little bit. I mean up and down the neck. Not just a hair back from where you were. That's way too low. Come up a little bit more. Other way. That's too far. A little bit back, just a little bit more. Back. Okay, not quite that much. There you go. Okay. So you got to think about getting right on that fret, so that
leave it on that one there.
Yeah, the middle of your bar has got to be right exactly over that fret.
Maybe right there, maybe.
Try that. There you go. So they both sound good. We'll go down to the 5 fret. So that's just a tad, just a hair sharp. So you want to come back this way. Barely move it at all. That's better. Okay. So I just wanted to show you that, so you keep that in mind that right now you don't hear it because you're not playing with any other instruments, right? But remember, you got to focus on keeping that bar right over that fret, because if you do start playing with somebody else, and
it'll sound different.
Well, you get into the habit of being off somewhere,
yeah.
Right? And then all of a sudden you go and you play with a guitar player or another dobro player or whatever, and it's going to sound terrible,
yeah.
Right? And you're going to be like, what's wrong? Okay? And then you have to unlearn what you've been learning, and that's very difficult.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind. It's just another thing to, kind of complicate your life.
I saw Ronnie yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
Asked me how my dobro playing was. I said, well, I'm trying real hard.
He's a good
He
fellow.
said, just keep on. She said, you'll
That's right.
get it.
Just keep on. Don't give up. Okay, So, what did you get a chance to practice on anything?
I might have practiced that night when I came home.
Okay. All right. So, did you practice the?
I did a little bit, but
Okay. Let me see how you're doing with that.
okay. I was at
Open.
second, and then fifth, and then seventh.
It was
How do I-
open 6, then second fret, and open 5, first fret, and then open 4.
You said, okay, do that one more time.
Okay. Open, second fret, same string.
I'm not doing it right.
Okay, so open 6th string here, same string, second fret, open 5th string, same string, first fret, and then open 4th string. There you go.
Just got to do that over and over.
Second fret.
Second fret.
Open, and then first fret, and then open 4. There you go. One more time. Second fret, second fret.
Okay, I've got to remember that second. Let's see. Whoa. Let's see. Then we
Open.
open.
First. There you go. And then open 4. Open 4th string. Okay, so just practice that whenever you think about it. Okay, so let's go back to the strumming. So this time I want you to forget about this. Don't forget about it, but just move on from this, right? To start working on more on the. So that initial strumming, just to, that's really just an exercise to get you used to doing that. We don't ever use that when we're playing. There's nothing there. It's just what we use for just strumming, and if we're not doing the finger picking, is the. Practice that so you can, again, I keep stressing this because it's very important playing any instrument, not just dobro, but you need to get to a point where you don't have to concentrate on doing that. It just is there without you thinking about it. You just, so I can sit here and have a conversation with you and do this at the same time because I don't have to think about it.
Yeah.
After 20 million times, right, I'm doing this, it's just there. So that's where you want to get, and the only way to get there is just to
Keep doing it.
just keep doing it. And a lot of times I'll just sit there when I'm watching TV if she's not in the room, and I'll just sit there and I might not even have any sound. I might just do this, right? Just to get that motion. And what you're working on here is muscle memory. Training those muscles to do it so that just like walking. You don't have to think about walking.
Yeah.
But when you were a baby, you had to learn and you had to think about every little, right?
Yeah.
And now you just do it, right? And that's where we want to get with this. So you can do that, and if you don't want to disturb, you know, your husband or whatever, whoever else is there, you just cover the strings with your hand. And you're just making a sound like that and working on that motion. Okay.
Yeah.
On the, getting the bar on there with, remember what last time we talked about rolling your finger off when you, so you don't get that all that noise. Yeah, with rolling, it's the same way when you go from an open to putting your bar somewhere, right? My finger kind of lands there to damp the strings before I get. So it's nice and clean because I'm deadening the strings with this finger before the bar actually comes down. So practice that while you're doing the. You can do that and not make any sound. So okay. Now let me see your rolls. You been working on those at all?
Well, I got to refresh that too.
Okay. Let's see. Remember, it was the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
I got to remember to do these two.
There you go.
Yeah.
Again, it doesn't matter which strings you're doing it on. I mean, you just pick any of them and just do. We want to get that rolling motion.
Those sound good. My other fingers get in the way sometimes when they go to the middle.
Yeah, I have the same problem. Sometimes I've had this little hoop there around your thumb pick, got hung up on a string while I was playing like that. I was like, ah!
Oh no.
It used to happen a lot, but not so much anymore. But okay, so yeah, don't forget about those rolls. You got to practice that. The other thing we looked at was we started doing something with Amazing Grace. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
So let's try that and see how.
Let's see. We started out with open and
Open,
then 5.
and then 5. Back to open.
Here I am doing that.
Wait for me. Now the 5.
Alright, at first you go up here to the top and then you
Well,
slide down.
no, it's all open here, right? How sweet the sound that saved a Remember, this is that new chord. Just the one note there.
Alright. No?
It's, remember, on the 4th string, that one note with the tip of your bar.
Okay.
4th string.
Let's say 4.
There you go. 2nd fret. Come up to the 2nd fret. Right there. Yeah, come back a little. Come back. Right above. There you go. Then the 7. And then open. How sweet the sound that sings, oh, like ours was mine. Now I was blind. Remember, that one is just that one string. If you can lay the bar across these two, but you're only going to play the one here with the bar, and then these 2 open strings.
Is that
But,
it?
well, don't get these 2, just these
Oh,
3 or
down to
4.
here. Okay.
So. You're not on the fret there.
Is that right?
There you go.
Okay.
Oh, you're still missing the string. Right on.
Is this one the one
Yeah.
you're talking about?
Yeah, 4th string. There. Okay, you're still not on it.
Am I on it now?
You're behind it, actually.
Behind it? Ooh.
So you want to get right on top of that string right there.
Oh, right here.
Right,
Okay.
right here.
Oh, right. On top of, is
There you
that
go.
right?
And then just these strings. There you go. So that's, and then the 7. Back to open.
Oh, back to the 1.
To the open.
Oh.
Ah.
I don't get this one. I just did the ones down below.
Right.
Okay.
So it's,
I'm glad you said that.
I was blind. So you're missing the
Still
string.
missing it.
Yeah.
Well, what in the world? Am I on it now?
No, you're behind it.
I'm behind it. I'll never get this.
There you go, right there.
No.
Seven.
I can just remember to lay that finger down there. So that noise.
Yeah, when you're doing this one here, you've got your finger back way here. Right? So you got to remember
I need to put
keep
it
that
up.
there. Right.
Yeah. Okay, that's right. Okay, am I right now?
Right there. Yeah, you
Right.
got it right there.
Yeah, that sounds more like it.
So, but you've got these fingers covering up this string. So
Come
there
back
you go. Try
below
that.
it with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. That was better. Okay, so it is Christmas, so you can do a lot of Christmas songs actually with just what you know now, like Jingle Bells, with just the chords, with starting with the open. And then ain't no one horse open sleigh to the 7.
Is that right?
So all those chords, the 4 that you know now, we'll add one more, and it's on the 2. that will give you all the jingle bells. So, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride two and one horse open 5. Sorry, 7. So, you get your daughter to sing it. Okay, go ahead and strum it. Let's see. Okay, now the 5. Open. 2. 7. Back to open. 5. Open.
Good, yeah.
So you can play around with that.
Now
And
that other one besides the 5 and 7 is 2, right?
2. Okay, so I don't know if we've talked. I don't think we have talked actually about the names of these. So this open one is a G. That one is an A. 2. 5 would be a C. 7 is a D.
I hope I remember that.
You'll learn it. But basically, if you think about counting up, right, we only have A, B, C, D, E, F, G in music. That's it. So start with G, and then go up 2 frets, you got an A. 2 more frets, you got a B. Here's the tricky part. From B to C is only 1, so. And then 2 more frets again, D. 2 more frets again, E. And then another tricky one, you only got 1 fret, F. And back to G.
I've got to remember that they go this way.
Yeah, it's a very common. I mean, I did it when I was learning. Someone says go up, and you go that way. I don't know why. It's up in tone, in pitch, right? So you say go up the neck, you're going this way. So Jingle Bells is G, 5 or C. G open, T 2, and then 7. Back to open.
Oh, you ended at 5, didn't you?
7.
7.
And then
7.
open.
That's right.
So in most Western music, you can find all or almost all of the melody songs and notes of a song in whatever chord you're playing. So for here, we're playing the open G, and you can hear right here, Jingle Bell. Right, that's all just with the open. You need one note that's not in that open chord. So. And then on the 5 fret, that's again, it's an open note. So most of the notes you'll find in whatever chords you're playing.
So you're playing 4, right? The 4th string.
Most of that's on the 3rd string, but,
Oh, on the 3rd.
and the 2nd string.
Right
That's 6th string. I'm 1st string. So those are all in those chords, for the most part. probably 95% of them are in the chord you're playing, right? And that's true of most songs, right? Whatever, because the melody, the chords want to match the melody. So you don't want to play this as part of your melody and then play some chord that's like doesn't fit the melody. So try that again. Try the chords for Jingle Bells, and I'll play the melody. So you ready?
Okay, we'll start with this.
We're starting with the open chord. Yeah, open chord, open G.
Or is it this one?
Oh, second string. That's your 5th string. Remember, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The skinny one is number 1.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
You're starting
with the second string.
Second.
Then the open first string.
Oh.
Third string. And then you gotta fret one note here. Third string, 2nd fret. Third string. Yeah, you're behind the bar with the bar again. You're not on the string, you're behind it. And then back to the open 2nd string. So try that. Now you got to do that fretted note.
It's just got to come to you.
That's the first part of Jingle Bells.
What am I doing?
So that little part is the open 3rd string, open, and the 2nd fret on the same string, and then the open 2nd string. There you go. So you can practice that little part there, just
letting the string. Let's see. If I could just learn how to put that little finger on there. Get rid of that one. Let's see. Oh, I laid it over that time.
Yeah,
I didn't.
yeah, that was good.
I'll realize what I do once in a while.
Try the whole thing. Set the battery. Keep working on that. Let me plug this thing in.
Okay.
The battery's dying.
Yes.
That's that little fretted note there.
Yeah.
Oh no. I have to reposition myself here. There you go, you're getting it.
Oh, yes.
You
I
got
have
it.
it.
So let me, I'll play the chords while you're doing that, and you go ahead and play the melody, and let me tune up to you a little bit though. Hit your B string, your second string. Okay, go ahead. Anytime you're ready.
Just starting to learn how to do that one. The second fret. Let's see.
Then go to the 5. Open. And then 2. 7. 7.
You just strum it whenever you're doing that.
Yeah, so you go from the 2 to the 7. And play your melody again. Play your melody. It's 5. 5, 5, 5, 5. 5 fret.
Ooh.
Open. And 7. And then open.
Okay, when we went back to the 7, what did we do? Go back to the 5 then?
You go,
About
here's the whole thing here. So it's open. 2, 7.
Then you go back
So try it one more time. It's 5. Open. 2, 7. And then we're going to do that part again. No, the melody part. 7. Got it?
I think.
Well, I give you something good to practice, something fun through the holiday to practice, right? So, I'll just play it here so you can, when you get time, you can play around with listen to the video. So,
helps a lot.
Yeah, it does. You can go back and listen to it, and so it's just. Yeah, I think that'll keep you busy. Let's just kind of recap what we did today. So, you're strumming, right? We're not gonna. You can do this just to fool around, but you want to start focusing more on the. And if you get comfortable with that, try doing different bass strings on each time, so you do more like. So you just going between two different strings on the bottom here. And that's actually following the bass, what a bass would do. So that's what they do. They do boom, 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 boom. So you get that bass line, then you can actually play songs really without anybody else. Just work on that. Okay, rolls. You got to keep working on those. They're coming along nicely. But you got to keep working on. So you don't have to, you don't have to think about any of this. These are just like we've talked about. They're the basic mechanics of the instrument. So you want to be able to do all these things without having to think about them, so you can get into the more advanced stuff and actually play melodies and whatever stuff that you hear on the radio, or maybe you hear a song you like and you like the little piece of it. Okay, all that doesn't come until you learn these little mechanics, right? And you you probably remember this song. It's old. You remember that song? From like I think it was 60s.
I believe I do remember that.
Sleepwalk. So, but all this stuff, you got to be able to not think about where you're going to put the bar, or how you're going to, do all these little things you got to do to be able to play this stuff. So, keep working on these things. Don't get discouraged, because it's not easy. This is not an easy instrument.
Yeah.
And you got to put time in learning these little, just the little basic stuff like what we're doing. And doing these little things here so it sounds good and you don't get all that extra noise that's so annoying and distracting. When I hear a lot of players that they're doing nice stuff, but there's so much noise because they don't have the proper bar techniques and all that.
Yeah. It's
distracting. All you hear is a lot of right instead of you hear, and it takes away from your playing a lot. So
That's really what I got to work on.
yeah, and it's really just
laying it down.
It's just practice. I mean, you just have to do it over and over and over until it just happens. You know, it's like you might do it 1,000 times and it still sounds like. But then on 1,001st time, all of a sudden you've got right because your brain and your muscles have been working on that, trying to get it right. And once you get it right, it's there. It'll never go away. Right.
Just like a while ago, I did that one time, and
right.
I realized, you know, that's what I did.
Right. So it's starting to come, right? So don't get discouraged. Just keep picking away at it, you know, a little bit at a time.
Okay.
And you'll get there. And then I'm anxious for you to start learning, you know, stuff like that, or stuff like yeah, well, I'm going to show you that stuff too when you get there. So, but before we can go there, you know, we need to get these basic techniques down. Okay. They don't have to be perfect, but they got to be there where you don't have to stop and think about it. You know, okay, it goes right there, and then you know, you just have to be able to do that, and that only comes with practice. So.
Yeah.
It's difficult. I know, you know, I have the same problem when you work, right?